And you know, as easy as it was for you to say, hey, it's my wife and I, we just clean out our house, boom, done. For many people, it is a really difficult process because they have to get their own motivation straight, deal with their own addictions, and then there's the rest of the world.
What's the hardest part of all of this for people who are going from, eating potato chips on the couch to transitioning into this life? Like, what's the hardest part of all of this, and how do they wrap their head around it?
That's why I wrote a whole book about this. This is, changing your diet is not just about information, right? It's about addictions. It's about traditions. It's about peer pressure and self-esteem. It's about support. So there's that first step of getting the information, and that can get you really wired and excited. And you and your wife, it looks like you guys are equally minded. You have that support together. You did it together. A lot of people I see, one person needs to do it for their health, and the other is sitting on the couch still eating chips. Like, don't you even dare get rid of the stuff that's in the house. So support is an issue. Addiction is huge. I worked in addiction medicine for a while. What I found doing this work is that food addiction looks exactly like drug addiction. It's the same, because we've created food-like drugs that keeps people stuck in this rut. So what happens is there's this pattern they go through. And it's why also my husband and I created a rapid recovery group. Just so it's a 6-week program where we help them every single day individually within this group to get through the whole process. So one, to get it right, because you have to get the dose right. You have to do everything correctly, right? But two, to get through all the negative self-talk and the addiction, because for the first 2 to 3 weeks, everything in them is telling them to quit. And if you're an addict and the person who lives with you is still has a supplier going on, it's very hard, right? If you're trying to eat super, super clean, and then you had a bad day at work and there's a bag of chips sitting there, or there's a block of cheese in the fridge, or whatever your addiction was. Mine was cheese, but whatever the addiction was, one day you're going to screw up. Right? That's like if you're an alcoholic and your partner has beer in the fridge, eventually you're going to do it. So addiction's a big part of it. And I help people through the addiction process. And then there's self-esteem. So many people are afraid to stand out. There's a lot of people who feel very insecure to be the one to say to the waiter, can you take the cheese off the salad? Can you add more broccoli? Everybody else is eating burgers. They don't want to be the one eating a salad. And as easy as it was for you to say, hey, it's my wife and I, we just clean out our house, boom, done. For many people, it is a really difficult process because they have to get their own motivation straight, deal with their own addictions, and then there's the rest of the world and dealing with them. So it's very difficult for many people. And while there are people every day who tag me on either YouTube or Instagram or Facebook to say they literally just read Goodbye Lupus, Goodbye Autoimmune Disease, did what it said, and symptom-free, their lives are good, there's many of them who end up joining my group just because they need the friend, they need the ally, they need the support to get through the initial stages and get over the addiction and get it right before they feel strong enough to go out in the world and continue on with their journey.